Welcome to Anglesey for the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF tyres. We've had a great season so far, and currently Ollie Turner is leading the championship. He starts second today. Pole position is Joseph Loke. He's fourth in the championship, could take third after today, providing his races go well, and he's going to start in the best position to do so. It's over to Richard John Neal to take you through the action.
Thanks very much, Lloyd. I tell you what, the third place man, Alfie Glennie, is going to have something to say about that, but we'll see how things pan out with Joseph Loke on pole position from championship leader Ollie Turner. Joel Wren and Ted Potts on row 2, Alfie Glennie completing the grid. Anglesey, a superb circuit. If you've never been, I strongly recommend a visit. Here we go, lights out. Now, outside, front row is the yellow and blue of Ollie Turner, who makes a good start, tries to hang in on the outside line, but it's a great start by Joseph Loke, who leads them away in car with Ted Potts, who finds himself down behind Joel Wren. So Potts is in fourth place as they go into turn 2. The hairpin, the very slightly banked hairpin, and then down the short straight. Turner busy chasing for the race lead, and also, of course, to defend the championship lead. He's on 440 points, 396 with drop scores. He's been so consistent, Ollie Turner. Only the one drop score so far, one retirement so far this year, round 9 at Brands Hatch. These 5 cars make a very good start indeed, heading up towards the Rocket Complex for the first time. Big climb uphill, then one of the many overtaking opportunities as Turner tries to find a gap and get past Joseph Loke. They make contact, and Turner does the right thing there, I think, backed out of that, but he's coming under massive pressure now from Joel Wren right behind as they go through Peel Corner and then start the descent back towards the start-finish area. Glorious view. Ted Potts won't be looking at the view though. He's in 4th place at the moment. Alfie Glennie is still back in 5th position. Glennie, remember, 3rd in the championship. Potts 2nd in the standings. Another driver who's been very consistent this year. Plenty of podium finishes for Ted. Not had the win yet, but on to lap 2. And a good start to our weekend's racing. Cut and thrust already on lap number 1. And Ollie Turner, well, he's got a bigger gap ahead of him than he has behind him, as Joel Wren, the man from Lawton, who has 2 wins so far to his credit this year. One race 1 at Pembrey, or at race 1 in our first visit to Brands Hatch. Second visit not happened yet, of course. That's the 27th of October, the Formula Ford Festival weekends. We ride in car with Ted Potts, the youngster from Heathfield in Sussex, racing for Daniels Motorsport, a long-term supporter of all things Fiesta racing. Daniels Motorsport know what they're doing, as do many of the other teams that you can join. You could be Jam Sport, Race Car Consultants, and several other teams as well now. And there's a challenge on for second place, and contact again. I think Ted Potts has gone through. Ted read that very well indeed and goes through to second place as Turner and Wren exchanged a little bit of a blow. It's bringing Alfie Glennie back into the mix as well. Well, all action race here. You could be watching a touring car race with these 14 to 17 year olds in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. BRSCC is, of course, pioneers of junior racing. 20 years this autumn since they started T-cars, and the Fiesta Juniors taking over several seasons ago. This is the 3rd time that the cars have raced here on Anglesey. The first time back in 2014. Each race so far in the Junior Championship has produced a different winner. We've had 4 different winners there. A little mistake from Ted Potts. Goes wide. Second place goes past him. So Joel Wren back up into 2nd position. Ted Potts is 3rd. Then it is Ollie Turner. We go on board with Turner. A little crack in the windscreen, so let's see whether he can, now going through Church, close in on Ted Potts. He keeps a nice tight line there, does Ted Potts. Alfie Glennie still not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, as Joseph Loke starts to build a bit of a lead here. Joseph Loke looking for his first win in the championship. Let's focus on that as well. He's had a plethora of second places. Potts looks on the inside line of Joel Wren. This is where we've seen most of the action, and dare I say contact now. Turner sees a gap on the inside of Potts, and that was very well read indeed by the championship leader. Ollie Turner, the Evesham racer in the Jam Sport prepared car, makes a very neat pass on the man who is running second to him in the championship. 440 points, as I mentioned, total points scored by Turner. That comes down to 396 on drop scores. Ted Potts on 360 and 326. So 80 points gross point lead. Net point lead is 70 points, so it's fairly comfortable. So whatever happens in this race, Ollie Turner will leave, from this race at least, in the championship lead. But at the moment he finds himself down in third place, which is not particularly what he wanted. He wants to get a few more points. Joseph Loke disappearing into the distance, the pole position man, set a 1:22.445. A little bit off that in the race. You do tend to get that in racing, and you can see the damage evident now on Joel Wren's car on the outside, and can see that from the onboard of Ollie Turner. Still Ted Potts in very close proximity indeed. This is the climb up into the rocket complex, which goes first left, then right. Potts has seen the inside line. Ollie Turner's seen him as well. They've both produced great moves on each other at this complex, and now Turner's looking around the outside, but Potts has got the inside line. Turner flicks back. He's going to try and get some momentum down into Peel Corner, but can't quite do it. And this battle for third position, what a humdinger this is. Now Turner, little tap on the back end of Ted Potts. Now coming down into the corkscrew. Opportunity to look down the inside here for Turner, but Potts holds on to it, grabs the line on the last part of the corkscrew, coming down the hill now, flattens out into the final corner on the lap, and now up across the line they go again. First and second, you have to say, looking settled. Loke and Wren away in first and second position. Ted Potts is in third. Ollie Turner trying everything in the book to try and close down on and pass Ted Potts. We get a great view of him coming into the banking now. Potts drifting away a little bit from the apex of the corner, runs a little bit wider as well than the 22 car, and he'll be keeping one eye on his mirrors. Turner tries to again close up. Good apex there from Turner. Drifts out as they come out of Church Corner, past School Corner, and then up the hill. School Corner because there's a shorter racing school track you can see just coned off as the cars head uphill once again in towards Rocket. Still Joseph Loke in lead position. Fastest lap for Joseph, lap 2. 1:22.7, so 3/10 away from pole time, but under no pressure and just concentrating on his driving at the moment. Joseph Loke maybe heading for his first win. Be a little bit disappointed we haven't seen that much of him in this one, because we've been focusing on the battles. Samco car still busy chasing to try and get another podium. So Ollie Turner, by my reckoning, if he finishes there, that'll be his worst race finish this year. So none too shabby with only 2 events to go after this, but he'll want to get back onto the podium. It'll be great for him to have, in terms of race finishes, 100% on the podium all season. That's what he's trying to do at the moment, trying to pass the TPS 55. Ted Potts is still there and driving a great race. Let's not neglect Alfie Glennie as well, the youngster from Cranbrook in the Acorn Plant and Tool Hire machine, still there in 5th and picking up some decent points as well. Glennie, remember, 3rd in the standings, only 10 points behind the man in black, immediately in front, black and gold of course, is still there. And Ted Potts could well consolidate 2nd position in the championship here, but Joseph Loke equally may well nip up into 3rd position in the standings after this race. Through goes the 2nd place car of Joel Wren. Joseph Loke still the leader. We focus on 3rd. Ted Potts in the black and gold 55 car with Ollie Turner right behind. Alfie Glennie still not that far behind these racers as well. Joseph Loke, the only driver to dip into the 122s in this race so far. 1:23 for Joel Wren. Ted Potts has done a 1:23.8. Ollie Turner's best lap, lap 3, 1:23.5. So Turner, the 3rd quickest driver on track. And Ted Potts, again, driving a good race here as they come downhill. This is why this circuit is so popular. You've got fast sweeps, you've got great gradients as well. It's a great experience for all the drivers. Now as Turner looks to the inside, goes back to the outside line here, this could be about a run up into the hairpin. Let's see as Potts comes out wide. Potts going for the racing line into the hairpin, but that leaves the door open, and through on the inside line back into 3rd place comes Ollie Turner. They trade a little bit of paint again. Potts has got a very good run there in the 55 car and could well consolidate 3rd as we now see the leader, Joseph Loke. What a race from the race car consultants team here. He's going to be the 5th different winner in 5 races for the Junior Championship. None of our previous drivers are here. this weekend, of course, having graduated on to other things. We first raced in 2014, then in 2016, so a little bit of a gap before we came back again. But this is going to be a 5th different winner. It really does sort out the men from the boys, this track. And Joseph Loke's going to take a career first win in the Fiesta Junior Championship. On board again with Ollie Turner, looking at Ted Potts as they go down the corkscrew. But the man who's going to take the win is Joseph Loke. This has been a fine drive from the pole position man. Had some pressure and then pulled away. There's the checker, Joseph Loke. Massive congratulations to him on his first BRSCC Fiesta Junior win. Second has gone to Joel Wren. Third is Ted Potts, another podium for Ted. The championship leader, Ollie Turner, is in 4th. Alfie Glennie in 5th position. Fastest lap going to Joseph Loke, who will be down with Lloyd.
Absolutely superb driving.
Joe, congratulations on your win. Fantastic racing out there, and that's really helping you in the championship battle for 3rd as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, the championship's not really what we're focusing on this year. We're just kind of hoping for good results for the learning year, let's say, and next year hopefully for the championship.
But yeah, I mean, to come away with a victory this weekend at Anglesey, it seems to be a track you're quite happy at.
Yeah, I didn't have too much pace yesterday, a bit worried, and then in qualifying today, all of a sudden went 8 tenths quicker, and we were just really happy with that. So.
No, that's brilliant. Can you do the same again in the second race?
I hope so.
Well, so do we. We look forward to seeing you out there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The cars are going out for the final race of this weekend in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF tyres. Race 1 winner Joseph Loke starts on pole position, and he's going to have some battles behind, including the championship contenders Ted Potts and Ollie Turner. It's over to Richard to take you through the race.
Thank you, Lloydie. Joseph Loke looking to make it, and a historic double here. I say historic because we've never had a double winner on Anglesey in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. And, well, we'll see whether the history books can be rewritten. Perfect, guys. Great view from the 55 car of Ted Potts, who lines up in 3rd place. Joseph Loke is the man who won the first race. There's the 5-second board. Eyes top right of your screens for the red lights, which are on. Out go the lights, and all 5 cars make a decent enough start. And Joseph Loke holds his nerve. Joel Wren in 41 looking around the outside line at turn 1. Ted Potts running well too, goes to the outside line. Potts in 3rd. Ollie Turner is in 4th position, but Joseph Loke made a very good start from Joel Wren. A little bit of love on the back end there of Ollie Turner's car from Alfie Glennie, but Turner, if anything, helped him down on the inside line on Ted Potts as we have a battle for the lead. Joel Wren's got the lead going into Church Corner. Wren leads, Loke down into 2nd, and we could see another different winner here. It's the 41 machine out front. It was the car 41 that won the first ever junior race here on Anglesey in the hands of Aaron Thompson, of course, now racing in Clio's as Joseph Loke chases up the hill, but on the inside goes Ollie Turner. Turner's through into 2nd, and the race leader goes on the grass. Ted Potts is on the grass as well, so too is Alfie Glennie, and all that means that Ollie Turner, the championship leader, threads his way through and has got the lead. So it's Turner leading now, the 3rd different leader on the first lap of this race. Ted Potts is down in 5th. It's a battle on for 4th ahead, which, as you can see, Joel Wren is trying to get the better at the moment of Alfie Glennie in red, and they're side by side coming down the corkscrew. The 41 car I thought was going to have the inside line there, but Ted Potts still keeping, well, not a watching brief in 5th position. He is going all guns blazing to try and get that position back. Joseph Loke, meanwhile, our first race winner, is now chasing Ollie Turner. Turner, the championship leader. Who would have thought that he would wind up with 4th position in race number 1? Good points, but his lowest finish of the season thus far, having been an ever-present on the podium. But read that first lap very well, comes through in lead position in car with Ted Potts, 3rd in the championship, 2nd in the championship still, and about to try and pass Alfie Glennie in the 27 car on the inside line. Glennie in red is the third place championship man, passed by the man in P2. Joseph Loke, though, is challenging for the lead. Look how tight he was on the first part of the complex and goes through, found a gap. We need to watch and see whether we are going to see Ollie Turner's car. Looks like he has got the lead. Joel Wren in third place, Ted Potts consolidating fourth now, up ahead of Alfie Glennie. Wherever you look, 5 cars in this race are fighting hard. So down the hill, this is third, fourth and fifth positions. Joel Wren looking fairly happy with things at the moment in third, but the leader's starting to build a little bit of a lead at the moment. Ollie Turner and Joseph Loke. It's Loke in front now in red, did manage to consolidate that move. So Loke gets back in front, having led on at the first corner. Really has got the speed and the measure of this track, and we'll see whether Ollie Turner can close down on him. Turner will, again, regardless of what happens in this race, having finished in race 1, will still leave with the championship lead intact from Anglesey. We've only got 2 more rounds to go. Silverstone in the 6th of October. Brands Hatch, as I mentioned in our first race, wrapping things up towards the end of October. So past the school corner and up into the rocket complex they go. Ollie Turner not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, and trying to close down on Joseph Loke. There is Joel Wren in the 41. Now, I mentioned we've now had 5 different winners here on Anglesey. Aaron Thompson won the first race. Jerry Nicosia won the other race in 2014. Jerry, of course, now a race-winning driver in the Ginetta Challenge, GT4 Challenge, GT5 Challenge even, and a front runner in that championship. Then in 2016 we had Callum Hawkins-Rowe winning race 1, and current mini challenge driver Harry Gooding taking race 2. So 4 different winners before coming here today, as Ted Potts goes up into third place. Joel Wren not looking happy there. Wren down to 4th, Ted Potts up into 3rd, and Ted looking for another podium now. How many that will be, by my reckoning, this will make it, if he finishes here, it'll be a 5th podium on the bounce for Ted Potts. Very consistent point scoring, and running well, the youngster from Kent. Joseph Loke, though, now he's got that confidence of the first win, very much at 1 with this tricky circuit. Good car underneath him. Team boss David Elsley won several times here on Anglesey in the senior Fiestas, so he'll know a little bit about how to set up cars for this circuit and drive, and no doubt will be passing that knowledge on. That's the sort of thing that you're buying into when you join any one of the top teams that race in this championship. Potts and Wren, though, I don't think this battle is finished, because Joel Wren trying to put a little bit of pressure on. Joseph Loke still got the fastest lap 2 on his recovery lap, as it were. 1 minute 23.083, over 108 kilometres per hour for Joseph Loke. Ollie Turner still in second, and we focus again on the battle for third. Ted Potts, this race, you have to say, a little bit less physical than we saw in race number 1. I suspect that the clerk of the course might have just had the odd word with them to try and calm things down. And of course, for anything else, this is a fast circuit, and in other formulae, not in Fiestas, I hasten to, I have seen some worrying looking accidents. Cars are built for safety very much these days, but the clerk of the course will just calm the drivers down if he feels that he needs to. We're in car once again with the race leader, Joseph Loke. Fascinating to hear him talking to Lloyd about this, really gearing him up for an assault on next year's championship. Loke there leading from Ollie Turner. Turner will chase him and try and hunt him down. Turner's best lap time of 1:23.3. But Loke looking very good indeed. Joined the championship at Pembrey. Didn't make it out for race 1 of event 2 for him, Camberwell Park. That was our 3rd event of the championship, but bagged a very impressive 2nd position on his first meeting at Pembrey. That was in round 4, his 2nd start in the championship. So Joseph running very well. Now he's got the confidence of the wins, and bear in mind, this season we've seen Ollie Turner take race wins, Joel Wren has won races, Nat Hodgkiss took a double, Nat also moving up into senior Ginetta Racing, or moving up into Ginetta Racing with race car consultants, as Ted Potts has got clear track in front of him, which he wouldn't actually want at the moment. He'd rather be a little bit closer to the blue and yellow machine in front of him, which is Ollie Turner, but we get a good look at Ted coming through the banking, which is turn 2, possibly turn 3 if you count it as 2 corners as well, before they head down to church. But here is our race leader again, Joseph Loke. So many opportunities for drivers to move up. You can stay in Fiestas and move up into the Fiesta Senior Championship. Got some other BRSCC championships as well, which you can make the move to. We've seen many of the championship winning drivers do that over the years. The Fiesta Junior Championship, which of course has to renew its driver base certainly every 3 years, running from 14 to 17-year-olds, but mostly drivers tend to stay in the junior formula for 2 seasons, which means that the organisers have to completely not sell out the grid, because we've never had a full grid in any junior championship to my knowledge, but have to renew the driver base every 2 years. So constantly working behind the scenes, the teams and the organisers, to get drivers out. The recent Brands Hatch round that we had was a taster day for people to come and have a look, and there were new drivers currently karting, all having a look at coming in and racing in this junior championship for next season. In car again with Ted Potts, crosses the line again. Been blessed with really good weather today. Our test day was a little bit on the ropey side, the Friday test, but thankfully race day weather good, and you can see plenty of parking all the way around this circuit for people to watch. This is as good a place as any, as Ted Potts continues down towards Church Corner. It is the last lap though. It's going to be a first Anglesey double by the look of it. We've never had one in juniors before, and the man to do that does so on the weekend that he wins his first Fiesta Junior Racing. So Joseph Loke, sure, he's not home yet, but I've no reason to think he won't take the win. He's driven superbly throughout qualifying. Race number 1, not only is it a double, but he was overtaken earlier on in this race. He's fought back to get back into the lead. So we've seen everything from this youngster this weekend. The pole position, the fight back, fastest laps as well. He's got fastest lap at the moment in this one too, set back on lap 2 as he comes down the corkscrew for the last time. Championship leader Ollie Turner is busy following him. I think that Loke will go 3rd in the standings with the win. It's a double win here. Applause from the pit wall to all of the drivers. Ollie Turner takes 2nd. Ted Potts is in 3rd from Joel Wren. Alfie Glennie in 5th place. So it's still Turner leading the championship from Potts, with Joseph Loke up into 3rd. Alfie Glennie is now in 4th place ahead of Joel Wren in 5th position.
Joseph, well done. 2 wins today and driver of the day. That's a good weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. Not what we expected coming into the weekend now.
You really got to grips with this circuit today. Is it one that you're going to be looking forward to come back to in the future?
Yeah, hopefully it's wet next time. I really enjoyed it on Friday, so yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, it's been great watching you race out there. Congratulations on your 2 wins and your driver of the day, and we look forward to seeing you next time out.
Thank you.